We come on to our 4Sight slot now. We have today the one, the only Mr. Brad Burton. We tried to get rid of him. Oh no, he's back. Click that on.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brad Burton, round of applause.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to keep it very brief. And what I mean by that is I've got myself, I think the clock's ticking, 9:30, and do my math there. I've got 17 minutes from top to bottom, including questions. I'm going to just do 5 minutes that'll really help you out. 928 days since Boris Johnson said, please stay at home. Right? 928 days. Remember that all kicked off and Boris Johnson said that? We was all glued to our TVs. And actually, how long did you believe that stay at home was going to be? How long did you think the pandemic was going to be? Be really honest. 3 months, 3 months? 6 months? Right, you get a point. 3 months, 6 months. We prepared for a 6-month battle. So how many months? That would have been 180 days tops. 928 as of today, I think it's about 26. So none of us knew. Can I just ask, did anyone have on their business plan a pandemic? And even if you did, so fucking what? Right? No, because that's some guy, yeah, I did. Oh, great. I asked him, I said, oh, tell me, what did that paragraph of text, how did it help you? Do you know, this is what I'm trying to say. You've got to recognise that whatever comes your way, you're going to have to deal with it. But what we end up doing is getting pissed off. Stuff comes our way, and you think, oh, fucking Boris, Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss, being locked in a coal shed when I was 7. Right? You know, if I was to go and give you a red hot coal and put it in your hand, how long would you hold on to it for? You wouldn't, you'd let go of it. But what we end up doing in our life is we hold on to something that causes us anger, causes us pain, because it's pissed us off. They shouldn't have done what they did. We got ripped off. At some point, you've got to accept. At some point, you have to accept. See, when the pandemic happened, my business, £1.8 million, 5,000 networking meetings across the UK, please stay at home. Sorry, what happens to those 500 networking meetings that we meet in Brewers Fairs up and down the land? Yeah, they've got to stay at home as well. Oh, right, okay. And how long is it going to be? 2 weeks, fire break, brilliant. We'll be back to normal. We ain't going back to normal, people. We ain't going back to normal. This is the new era. It is time for us all to accept that the old world is dead. It is finished. It is gone. It is forgotten about. And the sooner that you can let go of the old world, the sooner you can get on with this new world. It is time for change. Time for change, because the way that it used to be isn't the way that it's going to be. And what we need to do is, while we're holding on to the past the way that it used to be, you're causing yourself pain. You're holding on to that red hot coal. It is time to let go. You know, when I started For Networking Off, I didn't know it was going to be this thing. I kind of pretended it was. Didn't know. I was waiting for SO19. No, sorry, it's not 1993 outside the Hacienda anymore, is it? Police. Anyway, I was waiting for people to find me out. Imposter syndrome. And we all have it. I have met #1 pop stars. I have met world championship boxers, and I've talked to them in private. They've all had imposter syndrome. Every single one of them, even to this day. So what you need to understand is you're normal. But what we end up doing is we end up looking at other people's lives, we end up looking at other people's businesses, and we compare their business to our business. We compare their life. Put your hand up, I want you to be really honest. Put your hand up if your life is perfect. Put your hand up if your business is perfect. So what ends up happening, my life's not perfect, my business isn't perfect, but over the years, over the last 16.5 years before networking, people have pointed the finger and said, ha. And I always say to anyone who wants to point the finger, is your life perfect? Is your business perfect? Because what you need to do is start pointing that finger at yourself and put your time and your energy into you and sorting your own life and your own business out. I have changed. I'm unrecognisable to the guy that I was 20 years ago. I'm unrecognisable to the guy that I was pre-pandemic. We're all unrecognisable, but what you need to do is let go of who you once was in order to be who you need to be. Talking about energy crisis right now, is anyone else got a wife or a partner going around switching everything off behind them? Like frigging Wee Willie Winky me, going around with a gravy boat on a thing and a candle on, everywhere's going around, king wife switching it off, standby, the computer's standby. What are you doing? It takes 6 minutes for it to boot up. Well, it's saving electricity. What's changed? What's changed is that now, more than ever before, we're more conscious of energy. Correct? Yeah. So that energy, switching out the thing on and leaving your telly on standby, 4 months ago, you didn't give a shit. Now, everyone's going around switching off. What about your own personal energy? Your own personal energy. Why don't you start giving that as much consideration? Because we end up frittering our energy on shit that doesn't matter. Going on Facebook arguing. Show of hands, has anyone ever changed anyone's opinion on Facebook in an argument? Yep. Right, well, why the fuck are you doing it every night? Going on there, Brexit, jabbers, stop it. You ain't going to convert anyone. No, leave it, Angela. Right? You ain't going to convert anyone. So what I'm trying to say is, why are you doing that? Why are you wasting your life? Your life. Because it is your life. One day you're going to have no life. I've got 14 minutes left. 14 minutes left. One day I'm only going to have 14 minutes left of my life. Do you reckon I'm going to be sat there arguing over Brexit? Right? But the reason I'm saying that is we're not conscious of anything. We're not conscious of our time. We're not conscious of our energy. We're not conscious of anything. We just go through life, and those weeks become months, those months become years, those years become life, those years... Take control of your life. Take control of your life. You know how you take control of your life today? By taking control of your time. You know how you take control of your time? By taking control of your energy. I'm driving along with my wife 2 weeks ago, arguing in the car about something. I have no idea what it was, but at the time, ahead of us. And I thought to myself, battery right now, iPhone 14, by the way, Max. There's two types of people in this world, those with iPhone 14 Max Pros, and liars! Oh, I prefer the Android. Do you really? What's life in a caravan like? All right. Anyway. So, but the point I'm making here is this. So I'm arguing with my wife over something, and your battery on your phone is 100%, right? 100% every time you wake up, 100% you put it on charge overnight. But what about you? What's your battery at? If you had a little LED on your head, I guarantee you won't be waking up 100% every single day. You might go 85, 65. You had an argument the night before, you're worried about this, you're worried about that. So now you're... And then we end up frittering, we end up arguing, like I was with my wife. And let's say I was on 85% battery that day. I'm arguing, I put 1% arguing with my wife. Then a second percent went in. I thought about them like little energy blocks, like little red energy blocks. 3. And I'm up to 3% of energy arguing with my wife over something that 2 weeks on, I can't even remember. It might be new, emptied the dishwasher, whatever. Right? But here's what you need to ask yourself. There's a good use of energy, which you think about this a good use of energy being green energy. And you think about arguing with your wife, red energy. And what we end up doing in our life is we end up carrying a big backpack full of rocks from the past that we choose to carry, or rocks about the future, or what's going to happen. And we carry these rocks. I want you to think right now, I'm going to go to questions in a second. I want you to think right now that you're in a wonderful Oxford field, and there's a big oak tree there, a big, beautiful oak tree, hundreds of years old. And you end up walking up to it with your big backpack full of rocks, and it's a wonderful summer's day. You take your backpack off, and that feels all right. Your backpack full of rocks that when you was born, that had no rocks in. And over the years, you've listened to what bullshit people have said and what you've done and what your mistakes you made, and you put your backpack full of rocks and it's really heavy now. And I want you to stand up. You stand up. You. I'm talking to you right now. You stand up, and I want you to say, there's your bag, and I want you to walk on 100 foot. And I want you to make a decision right now. Either go back and put your big, weighty backpack full of rocks about shit that you can't control back on and walk with it for the remainder of your life, or choose to leave the backpack right there. Boys and girls, this Brad Burton that stands before you, the guy who's done 4 years on benefits, who's been addicted to drugs twice, who got shot at when he was 1920, when he was 21. No qualifications, delivered pizza at 31. Or am I Brad Burton, a 4-time best-selling author, the UK's #1 motivational business speaker, says on my website, the founder of 4 Networking, 1 Networking? Which one am I? Because if I go back far enough to your life, I'll find something questionable. The difference is I'm stupid enough to share it. So while you're judging there going, bollocks, this is what I'm trying to say. The sooner you can accept the past, the sooner you can get on with your future. I have changed my life, and I've changed the lives of thousands of other people that I didn't even realize at the time, and you've done the same. You can do the same. You are doing the same. You're changing the lives of other people. But what we always think of is there. And I don't want you to start looking up to anyone. I don't want you to look down to anyone. I want you to look as an equal. And that's what I've always done. I never treated anyone differently. I treat everyone the same, with respect. Oh, there's Alan Sugar. Hello, Lord Sugar. Hello, fuck off. I prefer the guy who's changing the bins here. Right? Respect everyone. And this is what we did with this network. We changed the face of networking. We went into this snootiness where everyone was, you know, yes, and what do you do? Yes, I'm a vertical markets head, you know, hedge fund. Shut up. And we went in there, jeans, trainers, and t-shirts, and said, you know what? We are your equals, and that's what we are as networkers. We're equals, but it all starts here. It all starts with belief, and that's where this organisation started, with belief. A daft idea is only a daft idea if it doesn't work. It worked, but everyone told me it wouldn't. And if I'd have listened to those people, they'd have been absolutely right. But I didn't. I turned down the volume. And that's what I want you to do. Anyone tells you got it wrong, turn down the volume. You turn up your own internal volume. You know, people have been saying all these whispers. Kazza and I have fallen out. I mean, what's a load of shit? Like, genuinely, this just shows you the kind of bullshit that the people do because there's nothing going on in their life. We could not be stronger, one networking, four networking, I'm telling you. And this is what annoys me about this world. People are looking to create unease and fights and disputes where they don't exist. I'm on camera. I'm telling you right now, there's no problem. None. On a 0 to 10, 0. This is what people need to understand. But if you listen to it, oh no, there's loads of happening behind the scenes. No, there's not. And this is what I'm trying to say. Keep your energy. Don't listen to somebody who's giving you negative red energy, who's trying to just sap your energy. All we have in this world, when I started this thing off, is energy. Ideas, vision, and belief. That was it. No money, no investment, nothing. Nothing. So you don't need investment for your business. You're just being lazy. You don't need investment for your business. You need 3 things: ideas, vision, and belief. Or another 3 things: mobile phone, shoe leather, and big bollocks. It is down to you where you end up in your life, in your business. It's down to you. Don't blame your networking group. When I first started over in Somerset, from Manchester, I'm rounding now, go questions. From Somerset, I went from Salford to Somerset. I knew nobody. I know thousands of people around the UK. If I go and turn up with a dead body now and I ask Jen, have you got a hacksaw? Yeah, no problem, bro, come in. Yeah, no problem, he's still alive, won't we, sec? Right? But you know what I'm saying? I've got friends around the UK, all as a result of this network. I tell you now, one networking, four networking, I give them 100% my full endorsement, right? And I'll say this in rounding off and I'll take your questions. The king is dead. Long live the queens. Thank you.